Hello, YouTube family. I hope you're all really well. Are you ready for another commentary? Let's see what we've got here.
This one tells time. This one tells perspective.
It tells what?
Perspective.
Perspective.
Yes, I keep it with me. It's got engravings on two sides. The back is something I used to feel uncomfortable in rooms like this, in front of people. I used to think I was not enough. I did not value self. So on the back of this watch, it simply says comparison is the thief of joy. So I take this, and every time I feel uncomfortable or of low self-worth, I just give it a little reminder, and it reminds me that I am enough and I'm worthy of love. And on the other side, it says memento mori. For when my head gets too big, I need to remember that I'm human and I am above no one. And always remember where I came from and remember those who support me, that I don't do it alone. So I have one side for when I think my ego is too big and one side for when I don't feel enough. And it's a nice little keeper of perspective.
Okay, so we've all heard that, right? That comparison is the thief of joy. And I really like the fact that he's got his little clock that checks his ego, keeps his ego in check. And also the flip side of that, which helps him to feel worthy and like he is enough. It's really interesting because on my desk here, I have this here. It says "You are enough." This is one of the first postcards that I made when I was starting off in my business. This is like the last one left, though. This was just one of the first things alongside business cards that I printed. But the reason I put this on here is so that people, yes, on one side it's marketing, on the other side it is an affirmation for people, because feeling worthy, feeling like you're not enough is one of the most common limiting beliefs that people have. And so the thing with the world is that the world matches your sense of worthiness. So if you don't feel worthy for the relationship that you want or for the job that you want, and the world will be a reflection of that, and your life experience won't be as fulfilling if you're going through the world feeling like you're not good enough, instead of having a perspective of you're a human being, everybody else on this planet, like no matter how much money somebody has or what they've achieved or where they are in their journey, we're all human beings. And that means just as we come into this world alone, we are going to be leaving this world alone as well. And so nobody is above death, right? Like the one thing that we can all guarantee is that we're all eventually going to die. Even if, I don't know, Elon Musk and all these, scientists, they, want to put your brain, your mind, your consciousness onto a microchip. There are certain mind traps. And one of the most common ones is called compare and despair. Is where people compare themselves to other people and they go into despair. And with the emotional scale, you'll see despair is right at the bottom of that scale. If you're following people, let it be people who inspire you, people who encourage you or make you laugh or educate you or what have you. If you have people on your feed on social media or people that you're following that make you feel away and it just kind of triggers a comparison, you got one of two options. Either you change your perspective, stop comparing yourself to them, or just unfollow them. If that person for whatever reason is triggering something, first of all, I always see that as an opportunity, of reflection, to get to know yourself. Like journal about that. If you're feeling jealous or if you feel angry or if you feel insecure or something, then journal about that. What is it about this person or what they're doing or what they've achieved that's triggered something within you? Identify that, and that can take you to the next step of your evolution, your self-mastery. But sometimes it's just somebody that is not your vibe, and that's okay. Maybe they used to be your vibe and they're not anymore, and that's fine. Just unfollow and just move on. I do think it's healthy to have different perspectives, people of all kinds of perspectives. Otherwise you will end up in this kind of echo chamber where you're only following people that believe in what you believe and think how you think, and that's just not how the world is. So I do think there's a lot of benefit to having an array of different belief systems and mindsets and everything of what you're following. But if something is toxic to you, then yeah, do the work, but also you don't have to follow them. But back to the John Cena clip, I think it's really cool that even at his level of success in his industry, that he still sometimes feels unworthy and that he's not enough, and he has that little reminder to make him feel like, no, I do deserve to be in this room, no, I am enough. And on the flip side of that, he has something to keep his ego in check, because many people, when their ego is not kept in check, it will lead them to either destroying themselves or destroying the people around them. Let me know what you think of this video. I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. And until next time, lots of love.